What's good, Deedee gang? It's your girl Destiny, and I'm back with another freaking situation. I'm so freaking hype. Guys, before we get into this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that red button down below. Hello, cause it's your girl D. Y'all asked me to come back with YouTube, and what? You ain't subscribe, you ain't like, you ain't comment, you ain't share. What are you doing? How you ask me to do something, but you don't back me up? Boom. Click that like, comment, subscribe button and share your video. Yeah, do all of that so you can stay tuned in and locked in with the Deedee gang. Because what happened? I love all of y'all, and let's get into the video. So guys, I am back. Back. Dang, bruh, it's been about like a year and some change, because my last time talking to you guys was like last summer. But we're back with another video. Oh y'all, let me just let y'all know, I have clothes on. I do. This is my outfit, okay? But yes, guys, it's been so long since I've done content and created videos and whatsoever for you guys. But now I'm back, and I have so much to catch y'all up on. But just a few updates as to what I'm currently doing in my setting whatsoever. If you guys don't know, the last video I had before, when I told you, I was like, yo, I want to go to Spelman. I'm going to Spelman. I'm going to Spelman. Guess what your girl doing? She going to freaking Spelman. What? I thought a chick who wasn't going to Spelman said something. Please don't play with me. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to Spelman. Today is August. It's like August 8th. My move. Wait, no. It's like August. Let's see. My phone is over there charging. Oh, it's August 7th. I was close. It's August 7th. My moving day is August 10th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Stay tuned, because I am going to do a moving day vlog with y'all. Right now, currently, I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm currently at a Spelman alumni's house, and I am going to be... Ooh, child. I am currently going to be staying here until I move into Spelman. Let's see, any other updates? I left Philadelphia yesterday. I came down here. Oh, wait, it's the 7th. Wait, how was it the 7th? Oh, it's 12:26 a.m. That's why I left on the 5th, Philadelphia. It was such a heartbreaking experience, because I was like, dang, this is my city. I've been here all my life, whatsoever. But it's okay. It's time for a new chapter. I gotta step up, and I gotta take on the challenge and do what I have to do, handle my business. So that's what it's gonna be, y'all. So stay tuned, because after this, demon mode is activated. Goat mode, beast mode, activated. Who taking it away from me, bro? Okay, let's see. I got that. Another update, as you guys can see right here. Last time I spoke to you guys, I told you, okay, cool. I'm like, I don't know when I'm getting my braces up, but I'm like, I want to get my braces up before I go to college, whatsoever. I got my braces off. I do have retainers. I have Invisalign retainers. But for this video today, I'm going to be eating watermelons, and I'm just going to be catching you up on a bunch of different things. And I can't have my retainers in if I'm eating. So here you guys get a perfect vision of the smile. Yes, that's that. Let's see what else. Anything else I need to catch y'all up on? Anything else? Oh, my first year at Spelman. Thank you so much. Thank you so freaking much. Like, I don't even know how to even say this. Thank you so much to all the people who have supported me this whole journey with the Destiny Spelman College, and the ones who have just even liked to repost it, donate to my GoFundMe, just reached out. Thank you to all the diabetic companies such as Tandem, Dexcom, all y'all. You guys have been so freaking awesome. So awesome. And I cannot wait to see what the future holds, because this is just only the beginning. We have so many opportunities, so many things that are going to come behind that. And I promise you guys, I will not let you down. I hope that you don't let me down. And we secure in 2035, because what happened? Who is your future president? I thought, what? Please, I ain't thinking nothing. I'm not gonna lie, because who was finna say something? What was there to say? Okay, as of right now, as you guys can see, these are my nails. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if it's gonna focus. I don't know if you guys, how well you guys can see that, but on my nails, it says 1881. You guys know that I go to Lee Nails Co. for my nails back in Philadelphia, which is my friend, and she does my nails all the time. Y'all know how I am about supporting black businesses, especially supporting my friends, or just supporting businesses who have dope behind talent. And I'm glad to say that my friend is that person with a dope behind talent. So, but what's going to happen? I'm supporting her. And that's on what period? 1881. These are resemblance of Spelman, because Spelman was established in 1881. And yes, I'm proud to be there. Let's see. In regards to Spelman information, I'm moving, okay, August 10th from 9 to 11. I'm going to be in Abbey Dorm. I am going to do a moving haul with you guys so that I can show you everything. I cannot wait. But today, what I'm going to do is I am just going to do a how I got into Spelman video. You guys, I was asked to do it. Somebody requested it, and guess what they do? That's what they do. When you ask Dee a question, what happened? Right, y'all right. She serves it, so stop playing. Yeah, let's get into it. So I'm about to get a little comfortable so I can tell y'all everything, how the whole process went, and we just gonna get into it. But guys, before we get into this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that red button down below. Hello, cause it's your girl D. Y'all asked me to come back with YouTube, and what? You ain't subscribe, you ain't like, you ain't comment, you ain't share. What are you doing? How you ask me to do something but you don't back me up? Boom. Click that like, comment, subscribe button and share your video. Yeah, do all of that so you can stay tuned in and locked in with the Deedee gang. Because what happened? I love all of y'all, and let's get into the video. So guys, this is going to be the intro of how we're going to zoom this in a little bit more. So guys, this is going to be the intro of how I got into Spelman. Dang, where do I even start? How I got into Spelman. So if you guys remember back then with my last video, when I was doing the Spelman Early College program, that's where we're going to start off at, okay? Because that was just the beginning of the journey. Cool. So at the time, y'all know I was with my foster mom whatsoever. Up there, guys, I have a new foster mom, but you know, it's all love, you know. Yeah, so I was with another foster mom, and while I was in her house, you know, if you guys don't know me by now, I take college courses every summer. Every summer I take college courses from the beginning of my my high school journey. I've been taking college classes. I take college courses in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th. I'm sorry, this is 12 that I'm in. I'm lying, I did not. This is my first time taking a break. So my whole high school experience has always been college courses. So I've never really had a break in between those high school years, because it was like, okay, high school classes throughout the year, summer hit, you're taking college courses. High school, back to high school. After that, college courses. This is my first break that I've gotten since my 8th grade year. So, let's see, last year, I did Spelman. And I was very, very hyped, because if you know me, you know how bad I wanted to go to an HBCU, right? You know how bad I wanted to go to an HBCU. And at that time, it was between like Clark, and Howard. Spelman was not a part of the thing, because my first perceptions about Spelman was all girls. Oh no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to be around girls all day. I don't want to do it. It's just not my thing. Like, I just don't want to go to Spelman. Like, it's an HBCU, nice. I applaud you. I applaud the ladies who can handle that environment, but it was just not for me. And that was just me growing up, you know. I was always the type of person. I'm not gonna say I hung around all boys, but most of my friend social group was boys. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was a little rough. So I was just like being around girls, like when I thought of girls, I was just like drama, I was like, I cannot do it. And me just growing up hanging around boys, it was always like just chill, like cool, laid back, like not really as much drama as I used to have being around girls. But when I did the Spelman Early College program, I was like, okay, this is just for a college, you know, a summer, but you know, we're gonna do the semester. But you know, it wasn't as, you know, bad or whatever. And then at the same time, I was like, Anna's in Atlanta, Georgia. That's 2 birds in one stone. I'm getting college and I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia. Again, this was way before the COVID thing came about. So it was like, okay, you're going to be on campus, you're going to be in a dorm. I was like, okay, I'm traveling to Atlanta. I'm doing all of that, and I got into this, and Spelman is the #1 HBCU. I'm like, okay, cool. that's fine. And again, like I said, it was right across the street, which was, you know, right across the street from Clark, which was one of the schools that I wanted to go to. So I was like, okay, it's right across the street from Clark, so I can get a feel for Spelman. Clark didn't have any college courses, so I was like, hopefully I can get a feel of the environment, even though I'm across the street, but it's okay, you know? So I got into Spelman whatsoever. You know, COVID came up and he was like, we're gonna be virtual. I was like, oh, I can't go to Atlanta. I'm not gonna lie, I was livid when I found out I couldn't go to Atlanta. But I was like, okay, that's fine. I was like, we still gonna see what it's like. You know, hopefully I still get a similar experience. Through my time being there, you know, even though there were all women in a class, you know, I was around some really dope, you know, some dope women, and honestly it exposed me to like life outside of where I came from, because I'm not gonna say all girls where I come from are alike, but there was more. Like, it really, you know, opened my mind to, you know, being around different people. You know, I was meeting people from all over the world. I didn't like there was only so much drama you could, I'm not gonna say, wait, I'm lying. I was gonna say there's only so much drama you can get into being virtually, but cyberbullying is a thing. But you know, just being around them and, you know, being around the girls that I was in class with, you know, that opened opportunity for, you know, more positivity. So I was really like, that was something new for me, but I was like, I love it. Like, it's like, you know, I'm not being around a bunch of black women and, you know, there's drama or there's fighting or arguing whatsoever. Like, you guys are dope as hell. You're dope as heck. And it's like, oh my God. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was just like mind blown. And then, you know, they were very supportive, and anytime that, you know, something did happen negatively in our personal lives, they were like, you okay, sister? You okay, sister? And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm like, I need this a little bit more often in my life. And then I was like, okay, well, I get it. Maybe, you know, this is just something that's, you know, just for the moment. I'm like, okay, is there any exposure to being around other people whatsoever? Then that's when I started to, you know, get more into, you know, the lifestyle about Spelman. So, you know, there's Spelman on one side of the street. Right across the street, there is Morehouse, which is an all-boys college. Then, you know, intercrossing Spelman and Morehouse, there's Clark Lane. And I was like, dang. I was like, 3 schools of black excellence. This is my place. I love the city, you know. I was like, okay, every time I hear of, like, you know, dope people, I always hear of Atlanta. I'm like, this is the freaking place for black excellence. I was like, I have to be there. I have to be there. So then after that, you know, I was taking the courses. I passed the course with a 96%. That's an A. I was like, wow, I got a 96. That's dope. They said, you know, you can either decline the grade or you can accept it. And I was like, I'm taking that. Okay, so I'm like, okay, now I got credits for Spelman, and then all the other schools that I attended before Spelman. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be freaking sick when I go there. So, you know, throughout the process, I was like, okay, I'm just, you know, my whole summer I just spent like a lot of time just watching a lot of videos about, you know, YouTubers who went to Spelman. I was like, okay, I watched Kennedy Simone, I watched so many other people, you know, looking, you know, how to prepare for dorm life and just giving information about, you know, how to get into Spelman and, you know, how the lifestyle is whatsoever. And I was like, okay, this is not, you know, this is not as bad as I thought, you know. So I was like, okay, I started looking into information. I'm like, when do I need to apply? So I spoke with the director of admissions at Spelman, because she was the person who oversaw the Spelman early college program, and she was like, Destiny, I think you would do really good here. And I was like, really? And I was like, okay, I think that I would I thought that I would do good here, but it means a little something different as it coming from the Spelman early college program. So I was like, I was like, wow. And as, again, like I said, during that time when she had sent me that email and said, I think you would do good here, I was like, okay, I need to put Spelman on the list. I was like, I'm going to put it second on the list. I'm going to keep Howard at the top and then Clark going to be the third. But then I'm like, going through the process, I'm like, you know, we already had group chats being in the Spelman early college program. We already had group chats, so I started to become real close to the people in my group chats. Then it just opened me up to a whole new life. You know, I got exposed to guys going to Morehouse, so then Spell House group chats were created, and I was just starting to build connections with them. But although Spelman was the second school on my list, Howard and Clark and Lena, I wasn't in any group chats with them. So I was like, okay, I'm starting to connect with these people because they were the first, and it's like, I think this is going to be where I'm going to go. In August, when the college application opened, I was on it like that. I opened up the Common App. I started getting into schools before Spelman's college application had opened, but I was like, I don't care about what these other schools say. They can accept me, but I'm still not going because if Spelman don't accept me, that's number one on my list. I was like, it could be 50 million schools that accept me. If Spelman don't accept me, then I'm not saying I'm not going anywhere, but it's gonna hit me a little different. So cool. Of course, I spent my whole summer, even when I was in the Spelman Early College program, I was, already working on my my personal statement. My personal statement, I don't know if you guys are aware of what a personal statement is, but it's to one, colleges want to see how great your writing skills are, but they also want to learn something about you. Your writing, is a form of expression. So it's like when you have, your personal statement is more like a free writing. So if you write about something specific, whether it's something touching to you personally, whether it is something that you went through in your life, or even if you were to talk about a general topic, but again, it's always something that connects back to you. Me, with my life, again, as I stated before on previous videos, if you have not watched, go back on my video, but I have educated you guys about diabetes. I have talked about my coming out the closet series, when I talked about me being a foster kid. And if you guys, I'm not sure if you guys have saw it. Well, no, y'all better have saw it. If not, go back to it. In my coming out the closet part 1 series, I talked about how for 3 years I was homeless. So in that video, in that personal statement, I just talked about how I had to come across the challenges of just being in foster care, being homeless, and dealing with diabetes, along with just being in school, and how it has molded me into a person. So I talked a lot about that in it, and it wasn't specifically for Spelman. It was a general thing, and that was something that I sent out to all of my schools. Before you know it, a lot of schools started coming in with the rolling of substances. I was, one of the substances, 30, 40. I was going to lots. I was going to lots of college fairs, of course, because of the fact that it was COVID. This was I'm not going to say one of the most difficult, but you had to learn how to navigate through this process being virtual. I went to a lot of college fairs. A lot of my acceptances came from me being on the spot. But again, like I said, I had that mindset. If it's not Spelman, no shade, but I don't want it, because you got to keep your eye on the prize. If you have a top school, know how to get into it. Always build those connections, and stay focused on what you want, because at the end of the day, college is a new chapter in your life. So you get to create the narrative. You get to create how you want it to happen, or how you want it to look. And if you want to be somewhere, make sure that you keep your eye on it, no matter what other things come in the way. Of course, if something else comes up and it's not what you initially wanted, those are options, but always keep your eye on the prize. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know that. So cool. I was going to something to all these other schools, but I'm like, where the heck is Spelman? I applied for early action at Spelman because there was 3 options: early decision, early action, and regular decision. My counselor told me not to really go for early decision, because if you make a decision, she said, and you don't really like how your financial aid package looks, you still have to stick with it. And I was just really scared, because I was like, I hope, based on my personal statement, that Spelman really understands my financial issues and knows that I cannot afford this very high, tuition. But I was like, I don't want to take that chance, because what if they don't understand? So I did early action, whereas though I could still get my decision, but if it's not looking great, I don't have to commit. So I'm in a group chat where there's a bunch of people who apply for early action, early decision, all these other different things. So I applied for early action. The decisions, they were supposed to come out on December 15th. Let me tell y'all, like 2-3 days before freaking Thanksgiving, all these people were going to group chat. They was like, I got my decision. I'm like, y'all got y'all's, we're on. So I'm refresh my email. Like, I refreshed it, I promise you. I probably refreshed it about 200 times. I'm in the car with my grandma. You know, we're going to the market to, you know, get prepared for Thanksgiving. So I'm just refreshing. I'm like, where's my email? I'm like, did Spelman not get my application? I'm like, I got a confirmation. What's going on? You know, guys, you know me. I'm overthinking, so I'm losing my freaking mind. I'm like, where's my stuff? What's going on? Okay, so I was losing my mind. My cousin, she like, calm down, girl. She's like, it's coming. I'm like, bro, how everybody else get theirs, but I didn't get mine? That don't make sense. I'm like, what? So, okay, let's see. Okay, it was like, I got this email in the market, and it was like, your portal has been updated with the decision. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I hope this is my acceptance letter. If it is, I'm going to freak out. I was gonna like scream, start jumping up and down and everything in the market. I go to it and it says, we regret to inform you, but you have been moved to regular decision. So again, this is November, you know, and regular decision, their decision didn't come out till April. So everybody's doing like, oh my god, I got it. I'm like, why I didn't get it? What? Why didn't I get it? So I went off. I lost my mind. My cousin was like, if it's not meant for you, they was like, maybe that's God's sign to just tell you, like, you know, even though it's what you want, it might not happen. I'm like, that ain't God's sign for me. God knows. So God know what I want. God know that I belong on Spelman College's campus. I'm like, I don't care what nobody say. I'm like, but then I'm thinking in my head, like, Spelman ain't like me. They don't like me? What? I'm like, how could they? And mind you, at the time, guys, I don't know if I've stated this before, but since we're talking about it, make sure y'all follow Spellhouse, SPELHOUSE 25 on Instagram. I run that page. I run the Spellhouse Class of 25 Instagram, and I was just doing a lot because I was creating group chats for people to connect, locally and larger ones, and I was so involved in the Spellhouse community. I was like, I don't care if I don't get accepted. I said, who do I need to talk to, because I'm going to be on Spelman College's campus. So when I revealed it to the group chat, because it was very embarrassing for me, because I was just like, I was so involved. So for me to say like, dang, I ain't getting there, everybody else got in, they was like, no, Deedee, no. I was like, y'all, this is what this says. And I was like, I could never. So that was a breakdown for me. Y'all, let me tell y'all, after that, I sent a nice little email, and I was like, yeah, I saw the decision. I said it in a professional way. I was like, I saw the decision. Yo, I was livid. I said, is there something else you were looking for? Something else that I did not do? What else do I need to do to make my application stand out? Because I will add it, there is nothing, like, I'm not even trying to be cocky, but what were you looking for in me, you know? I felt like I had sold my soul, you know, in my college application. I felt like my story, you know, I gave them every detail and I revealed a lot, and I was like, if this doesn't motivate you, what does? So the lady, you know, my admission counselor, she had responded to me about a week later, and she was like, you know, we want you to write a why statement as to why you want to go to Spelman, because we want to see a little bit more about you. It was like, you revealed a lot about your life, but you didn't really reveal about what you could bring into the Spelman community. And then she said, you guys, they said they wanted some explanations about my transcript and my attendance, because there were days where I had missed gaps of school from just me being in the hospital, or even just from my transitioning with all of, you know, my foster care and me having to go from home. And okay, at times, yeah, I had to miss school because I had to handle my personal business. And then there were times where, you know, again, like I said, just my attendance or grades, or sometimes I'd be like, okay, like even when I was in the shelter, I was just like, dang, like, oh my, like it made me lose my mind, because I'll be scared, because they'd be like, oh, we're coming to get you, we're taking you, and I'm like, where are y'all moving me to? So it made me lose my mind, because I'd be like, I don't know where I'm going next in life, and how am I supposed to focus with all of these things being told to me? I don't know what's happening in my life right now. Other people are making decisions. It just made me lose my mind. So there were, like, sometimes, you know, distractions can really reflect on your grades. It didn't do very big things, but there were, like, you know, when you see a little consistency and you see a little dip, and then at times you might see a few dips, it's like, what were these dips about? So someone wanted me to explain that. So I was like, okay, cool. They was like, your deadline for you to turn these papers are like March 1st. So remember, this is November. So I'm letting time go by. I'm like, okay, how can I explain this? How do I want to do this? I wrote a paper, y'all. I wrote a paper and I was just collecting ideas from people about how to approach and not make it sound like I wouldn't be able to handle the struggles or the challenges on Spelman's campus. You still, even though Spelman wants you to sometimes, if you write a statement and you expose your challenges to people, you still want to always tell them, how your character makes you capable of handling the lifestyle on college campuses, because college is a new chapter in your life. It is going to be very hard. I'm not going to be the one to tell you that's going to be easy. You're being exposed to something new. It's not like high school. So it's like, okay, you come across challenges in your life and those might have molded you into who you are, but how are you going to stand out and be capable enough to walk across that stage and handle the challenges that you're going to have academically in school, So I had to explain to the Spelman. I told them about how I was very involved in the community and how I will bring so much to the school. Y'all gonna see, stay tuned, because it's gonna be a lot of videos about things that I plan on doing in the school. And I just explained to them, how my life, had impacted. So I basically wrote 2 papers. One was just about what I would bring into Spelman's community, and then the other one was just explaining my application in regards to my attendance and my transcripts. So I was just, okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm the type of person, I get brain frozen. So I let all that time go by, A lot of time. Remember, they released on November 15th. They said that paper was due March 5th. I promise you guys, maybe about 4 hours before that paper was due, I stayed up on FaceTime with one of the Spell House group chats that I was in, and I was just writing 4 hours straight. Have you guys ever wrote 4 hours straight? And I didn't even put my ideas together. I just, was just writing. I was just letting my heart out. Like, this is how I genuinely feel. I was like, I'm not even about to write this paper and, write it for perfectionists. I'm writing it because I want you to know this is how I genuinely feel. Nobody had to script it, edit it, anything, because this is my genuine feelings. And when April 1st came, I was like, oh my God. All these people like, I got my sentence. I'm like, I didn't get mine. So on April 1st, I had went to one of my programs, New Options, More Opportunities, which is in Philadelphia. And I was like, okay. I told them already before, like a few weeks before, because they also had helped me with my personal statement. I had a few people write over my personal statement. Even when I wrote those other 2 papers, the ones that I said I was just writing my heart out, I had submitted those, but I had a few people check over it after I was done, and they were like, this is so good, y'all. I wrote a 4-page paper about why I wanted to go to Spelman. Who writing a 4-page paper about why they want to go to a school? I had so many people tell me, girl, you gotta write a 4-page paper to impress them about why you want to go, and it's not meant for you. I'm like, well, it's meant for me. They just need to know what they got coming for them, And that was just my mindset, because the thing is, when you're going to school and you want to make decisions on your life, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If that's what you want to do, make it happen. Don't ever allow nobody to speak no negativity into your dreams. Don't ever allow anybody to speak negativity into your decisions. This is what you want. Especially when it comes to college, that is going to be one of the first life-changing decisions that you make as a young adult. So who's going to tell me, oh, you can't go to Spelman, oh, it's too expensive for you, da-da-da-da-da. Boom. Please, I don't want to hear it. Period. So that was just that in regards to writing the paper. April 1st, I went to NOMO whatsoever. I was like, oh my God, yeah. I pulled all the staff and stuff into my office, and I was like, y'all, I'm about to read this. I'm gonna lose my mind if I don't get this accepted. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. I'm like, I'm breathing super heavy, and I'm on the phone with Spell House. I'm in the room with all my own people. I'm on the phone with Spell House, and they're like, Deedee, just open it. Deedee, just open it. They're like, oh my God, if you don't go, we're going to be so sad because we can't have our Spelman experience without you. I'm like, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get accepted. I'm like, I already had a heartbreak the first time. What am I going to do if this does not work? Everybody like, just open it. They're like, Deedee, you going. So they speak on positivity, but I'm like, no. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm going to show y'all the video too, because It's on my Instagram. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at IAMDEEDEE___. That's my name, and the tag is your future president. You guys know what it is, so make sure y'all follow me and stay tuned. But I'm gonna show y'all the video because I posted it on my Instagram. So I opened it and I'm like, it says you have been accepted. And I didn't really. I was like, holy shit! I just went crazy. I started screaming, all of this stuff. Everybody like, what the heck happened? I just went crazy. I was like, I got in. Oh my god! I just started jumping up and down, hugging everybody, yada yada yada. So I looked at my I was just so happy, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I went to sleep and I was like, I'm going to Spelman, y'all. I got into Spelman. I was like, yeah, I'm a Spelman student. Don't play. You know, deposit. I paid nothing, but I'm like, okay, I got accepted. Cool, I'm making it there. So I looked at my financial aid package, and it was like, you know, the tuition is $56,000, and it was like you got like $6,500 in federal aid, and then you got like it said I had $1,500 from Spelman, and I was like, okay, that's like $8,056, like $48,000. Then it was given other options about ways I could pay, and it was like, you are ineligible for Parent Plus loans. So I'm like, how I'm finna pay for this? I'm like, I worked this hard to get into Spelman for somebody to tell me that I can't afford it and I can't pay. So this is what I did. I straight up called Spelman and I was like, yo, not like that, yo. I didn't like, you know, I'm very professional. So I was like, hello, you know, I got my acceptance letter, you know, whatsoever, but I am unable to afford it. You know, is there any other ways that I could, you know, maybe possibly write an appeal letter whatsoever? So it was like, you can attempt to write an appeal letter whatsoever, however, it's not guaranteed. So y'all, I rolled my behind out of the appeal letter. I didn't get a response. I waited 2 weeks. I'm like, is that their way of telling me no? I was like, oh no. We not having it. So I basically called and I was like, okay, did anybody, you know, see my appeal letter? It was like, we've been loaded with emails, yada yada yada. You know, try sending it again whatsoever. Make sure you send it to the financial aid office. So this time when I sent it, because the first one, remember, I was in contact with the admissions office. That's who my counselor was. She said, you know, this is not the department whatsoever. However, again, we've been overloaded with emails. So I sent the email, and I sent it out to almost everybody in Spelman. I sent it to the admissions office, the financial aid office, the director of the ECP program, which is also the director of admissions. And I just sent it to everybody, and I was like, you guys, I need money. Like, this is like my life dream. I really need it to happen whatsoever. These are my circumstances whatsoever. So it's like, we had placed you on a wait list for more funds, and I was like, the wait list. They said, however, it's not guaranteed. And I was like, it's not guaranteed. These things are, you guys keep saying it's not guaranteed. I was like, I need some guarantee, because I guarantee you that I'm making my behind on campus. So again, this is April whatsoever. You know, my birthday's coming around whatsoever. I'm like, guys, I gotta be there. So let's see, April 2nd, I started a GoFundMe. I was like, if they're not going to help me, somebody's going to help me. So I was like, this is the time where I need to pull all of my connections, get all of my community involved, all the people that I knew up to this upcoming day. I need them to support me. I have done so much community service. Looking at my resume, I've talked about so many people being a support system. I was like, I need them to help me. So I just started a GoFundMe, and I had sent it out to everybody. Okay, my first day of my GoFundMe, I made $100. Second day, I made $200. My third day, I made another $100. So it's like 2, 3, 4. Fourth day, I made $50. I was like, ooh, this is going a little too slow. I was like, I had faith in this, but I'm like, I need this to go crazy. So again, I remind everybody, I'm like, okay guys, I really need to, you know, make it to college whatsoever. I, you know, send a follow-up text. I post it on my social media. I'm like, I need it. I've reposted on my Instagram every day. I'm like, I need it. It was going slow. This is the part where I'm going to share with you guys, because this is not what I thought was initially going to happen. I thought as time got closer, well, not as time got closer, but you know, there was going to be just people just genuine, not going to say genuine support, but people just supporting. I thought like people were like, oh, I work with the girl, or I know she is, you know, I'm going to invest into her future, and this is going to be this, you know, it's going to, you know, we're just going to donate money whatsoever. That's not, it didn't go that simple. Actually, during the time, you guys know I be out and about. I was actually working with YSI. If you guys don't know, back on one of my older videos, I had did a day in a life video, and I showed you. So I was basically like, alright, cool. I'm with my program YSI. I remember I was with them, you know, just doing the different stuff like with the shelter. Remember, because you know, although I wasn't residing there anymore, I was, you know, so YSI is the company that owns the shelter that I was at. So they have the shelter, but they have a bunch of other, you know, things that they do. So they're like a larger organization. So YSI stands for Youth Service Incorporated, and you know, they have a lot of things to serve the youth whatsoever. So I was a part of, you know, I was the youth coordinator, the youth director for the YSI. Every year they would have something called a teen conference, where a bunch of people would show out. They would have a bunch of different services, and like a large, like they would have like a party, like, you know, a very like big public figure come out and just do a lot of different things. So as I was on a planning committee, the year that just came up, we partnered with a few other organizations who were big as well. So the word had really got out there, and apparently it had got out to a newspaper in my city called the Philadelphia Inquirer. So when the newspaper came out, they were like, you know, well, you know, somebody in the Philadelphia Inquirer, apparently somebody who I was on the team working with, I had to attend weekly meetings with all the teams to collaborate whatsoever, and they were like, you know, we keep hearing about you, you know, going to college and stuff, and every time they hear something, like you guys saw that I posted a lot about every time I got an acceptance, and they'll be watching my social media, so they'll be like, oh, we see that you've been getting acceptance to a lot of colleges, you know, we've been talking about it, and they're like, somebody wants to do an article on you, just to, you know, show awareness, and, you know, also just to, you know, show other youth who are homeless or in foster care that, you know, just it's a motivation. So I was like, sure, yeah, I don't have a problem motivating them whatsoever. I didn't think it was going to be so big. But then I was thinking in my head, I was like, is the Philadelphia Inquirer big? Because, again, as you guys have seen before, I've been on the news for other things. But I was like, is it big? And somebody was like, yeah, that's big. And I'm like, okay. All right, I'll do it. So I did the interview whatsoever. After that, like, it released like a few days later. And somebody texts my phone, I want to say about like 8 o'clock in the morning, and after that I just start getting all these phone calls, people like, this you. I'm like, what the frick? I'm like, yeah, that's me. They like, oh my freaking god, I did not, they was like, all these colleges, they was like, I didn't never know that you had went through all of that, I'm the type of person, okay, as I said before to you guys, you could go through a lot of stuff, but you don't have to look like you go through a lot of stuff, you know? So for me, I was going through a lot of things, but I always showed out, and I just always just kept my eye on the prize. So a lot of people were like, I didn't know that all of that was happening. I didn't even know you were a foster kid. I didn't even know Like, I don't have to, like, you know, I don't have to tell you that I'm a foster kid, you know? I don't want you to look at me any differently. So that was just my whole thing. And then after that, all these people started reposting. I did not know that crap went viral. Then after that, all these other news reporters and stuff started reaching out. It was like, we saw your story. We need, like, you know, we need to interview. We need to do it. And I was just like, okay. Interview, I'll do an interview. I've done 50 million interviews, I'll do it. And it just started going crazy, and all these people just started donating to my GoFundMe. And I was like, wow. I didn't think this was going to happen, but, you know, I didn't really know that, you know, a lot of, like, it was going to motivate a lot of other people, you know, like, I personally knew that, you know, this was something big coming from my circumstances, because most people I do know who are in foster care, they don't go to college. Better yet, the ones that I was in shelters with, there were days where I lived in a shelter and I was the only one going to school. So I was like, I hope this just motivates people to, you know, want to go to school. But then when I saw the impact that it had on other people around the world, and I was like, wow, like, you know, there's more to life. So I was happy that I was able to motivate other people. And then with that being said, donations and things came in, and I was, fundraising money and stuff to be able to pay off tuition. And here I am, $50,000. I'm able to pay off my first year of tuition. Behind that, of course, there are 3 other years, but the way that I see it, it's like an investment. Okay, I'm able to secure my first year, which relieves a lot of stress, and I don't really have to worry much about financial burdens. But I'm going to work my behind off my first year. I'm going to apply for scholarships like crazy. I'm going to start so many different organizations. And when people see that, it's an investment. It's like she's really trying to do her thing. And if a thing comes where, a challenge comes where I cannot afford it, it's like I know that there are going to be people behind me that are like, okay, this is proof that she's actually staying on track, And yeah, so behind that, I've just been able to, do all of that. And here I am, a few days before I move in, speaking to you guys and telling you, like, I'm going to Spelman. If there's anything that I can do, then you can do it. We all have different stories, different things in life that happen to us, but I want to be your motivation and let you know that you can do anything you put your mind to. You want to go to a school, make it happen. Financial burdens, okay. Not a lot of support, okay. It can, that's not the end of your story. More comes. There's more to come. It might not be easy, but make it happen. And guys, if y'all ever need any advice or any motivation or any support from me, you definitely can. DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is IAMDEEDEE__. And I am for it. I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see everybody win. Again, I started from nothing, and here I am turning into something. I did not think that things were going to go this way. So if I know that I'm able to do it, then I know you can too. And I don't ever want you to lose hope, lose motivation, lose anything because of your current circumstances. Keep going. Keep your eye on the prize. Get that degree. Get that high school diploma. Apply for that school. Make them let you in. Make it happen, y'all. If y'all want it to happen, make it happen, okay? And that's that for y'all. So that's updates about how I got into Spelman, why I wanted to go into Spelman, updates about my life, all of that stuff. And if you guys got any more questions, you guys have my Instagram. Be sure again to like, comment, subscribe, click that red button down below. Hello, subscribe to the Deedee Gang, share this video, and we got more coming. And that's that with the gang on period.